Well, this is my inaugural address to all of my peeps out there in YouTube land. Just wanted to, first of all, raise my glass to you, since this is primarily uh, really a beer connoisseur's webpage, coupled with all kinds of philosophy and literary criticism, and even the occasional jaunt into practical theology, not to mention good outdoorsmanship, such as long hikes in the woods, appreciating nature, and of course enjoying the company of other enthusiasts of all of the aforementioned tasks. So tonight I just, with no particular I guess just out of randomness, I reached into my ultra cold beer fridge and I chose a Wells banana bread beer, which is one of my all-time favorites. When I first tried it, I liked it, but it wasn't something that I would reach for, because at the time I really enjoyed the banana notes from Bavarian wheat beers, where the banana flavor was not, it didn't come from bananas at all. It came from the particular strain of hops that was from southern Germany that was used for Weizen, which is the German word for wheat, and it was in their wheat beers, and it was my favorite type of wheat beer was brewed with that particular type of hops, or yeast. I'm sorry. So anyway, after a while, I started every now and then I'd get some more of this beer, and I found that it actually grew on me as to be one of my favorites. And so tonight I'm also talking about this particular beer glass. This is an example of a snifter. Okay, this is a pretty small one. I don't know the exact size, maybe 10 ounces or so. And snifters traditionally were used for whiskey tasting, and when it comes to beers, snifters traditionally are used for any type of beer that has a really bold aroma, such as a porter or a stout or a double IPA. And in this particular case, there's definitely a strong aroma that comes from the actual banana that this beer is brewed with. So I'll demonstrate the traditional way of checking out and enjoying your first sip from any particular type of glass, especially with a snifter. What you do is you pour it, and you check out the head. You hold it up in order to observe any head that's on it. In this case, it's already dissipated and didn't have a particularly big head on it in the first place. So you hold it up into the light, and you get a good look at the color, so that you can appreciate the color of the beer. Okay, and maybe show it off to your friends as you're raising a glass to each other. Okay, then you go ahead and you sniff it, regardless of what type of glass you got. Okay, and this is actually the same process that wine tasters will do. And actually, Michael Jackson, not of pop star fame, but of wine tasting fame from England, really raised the whole art of beer appreciation to the same level or similar level as that of that the wine snobs enjoyed when he, because he really was a wine critic, and then he went ahead and did the same with beer, and really did all the beer lovers a favor, because traditionally the wine snobs looked down on the beer enthusiasts as kind of the common, the working class, the unsophisticated, and well, screw them, right? Because why should they have all the fun, right? Anyway, so you go ahead and Michael Jackson would say, just go ahead and don't be afraid to put your nose right in there, because that's the whole point of it, is to smell and appreciate the aroma of the beer. Yep, strong banana and very delicious smelling. As a matter of fact, it makes me want to take a quaff. Oh yeah, you're going to want to get you one of these. As a matter of fact, that tastes like another. All right, well, I'll tell you what. Tomorrow I'm heading off to the Renaissance Festival in, I guess it's around Shakopee, Minnesota, southern Twin Cities. And it happens to be September 30th, and it is Oktoberfest weekend. And they'll be having all kinds of Oktoberfest themed things, including a lot of people running around in lederhosen and alpine hats, and women in dirndl dresses, and I'm sure they'll have German cuisine, brats and kraut and things like that, which I'll be sure to enjoy with my sister Jenny, who's going with me. And so tomorrow, if I have time and if I'm suitably up to the task, when we return from that, I'll go ahead and I'll introduce you to a German beer glass and a German beer. Until then, happy drinking.